doing? This is Coach Ike with Light It Up Fitness. There we go. Today we have 4 tips for you. 4 tips of how to play man coverage. Tip number 1 is your alignment, okay? The standard for playing off man, that's what we're talking about right now. Off man is 7 yards off from the line of scrimmage, or 7 yards from your receiver to 1.5 yards, or 2 yards inside of the receiver. Okay, 7 yards off to 2 yards at the most, 1.5 to 1 yards inside of the receiver. Okay, this is just the standard. Okay, anything less than that, okay, it doesn't give you enough room to read the quarterback and get your eyes and play efficient. All right, you're in no man's land if you're playing less than 7 yards off. Okay, so the 7 yards off allows you to read the quarterback's drop, which is his 3-step, and get your eyes right back to the receiver. Okay, remember that. Tip number two is your eyes. When we are playing man, you have to keep your eyes on your man. No one else's man, keep your eyes on your man, okay? So if we're reading a 3-step, we want to make sure we get our eyes to the quarterback and back to the hip of the receiver. We want to lock our eyes on the hip, all right? Tip number 3 is leverage. Leverage is very important. So if we are 7 yards off and 2 yards to a yard and a half or a yard inside, we want to make sure we keep that leverage, all right? If you're on the outside, playing the outside corner, you have the sideline. The sideline throw is harder than a slant or anything going inside, all right? You want to fight for that leverage, okay? And make sure that you keep that leverage. That leverage, you cannot cover everything as a DB, so therefore help yourself out. We're also talking about leverage playing inside. So if you're playing the nickel or the dime or the safety sticking the slot receiver, you also playing your leverage as well. Leverage helps with knowing where your help is. So if you have a safety inside in the middle, you can play outside leverage. Make sure nothing gets outside of you because no one is out there to help you. All your help is inside and deep. Therefore, you want to help. You want to make sure you play your outside leverage. So if you have a corner route, that's all you. If you have a post route, know that you have safety to help you. Number 4 tip is talking about man press. So when we are in man press, you want to make sure that you are bumping and running, okay? It's called bump and run for a reason. You do not open the gates. You do not just open and run. That's pointless of us being pressed. We want to make sure you're in a great stance for a press, have a plan before you get to the line of scrimmage, and then execute that plan. Your job is to reroute or have the receiver run around you, okay, and get in position. If you are closest to the sideline, make sure you squeeze them to the sideline, okay? If you are playing outside leverage, make sure you funnel him inside and be on his outside hip. Make sure you keep your leverage as well. Now, if you guys like these 4 tips that we just shared,